Party Gamecast will show you what to play, giving you ideas when you don't know what to do or say. Party Gamecast. It's all fun and games. We'll show you new ideas to play. Party Gamecast. Having fun is easy when you know what games to play. Party Gamecast will show you what to play, giving you ideas so you can party away.
Welcome to this episode of the Party Gamecast presents What the Food? I'm your moderator, Bruce. I don't normally talk at the beginning, but I'm going to at the beginning of this one. Just tell you a couple of things. First of all, I want to thank the fine folks at Steamworks Coffee, steamworkscoffee.net, for sponsoring all of our What the Food. We want to thank them so much. We also want to let you know a bunch of us are going to be at WashingCon, a local convention here in the Washington, D.C. area. It is actually going to be at the Georgetown Conference Center on the 10th and 11th of September. So we wanted to let you know that I know I'm going to be there. I think Mike might be there. Brian's going to be there, I think. Mom's going to be there one of the days. It's at the Georgetown University Hotel and Conference Center, 3800 Reservoir Road, Northwest, beautiful Washington, D.C. And we will be there for one or both days. I don't know who's going to be on which day and all that kind of stuff, but I know we will be at WashingCon. You can find that at washingcon.com, WASHINGCON.com. So if you're interested in seeing us, playing a game with us, hanging out, we're hoping to do some What the Foods while we're there, if we can find the right people. We certainly know we're going to be playing games and talking to people, so that would be fantastic if you wanted to see us. That is somewhere where we will be. Also, once again, one more time, we want to thank the fine folks at Steamworks Coffee, steamworkscoffee.net, for sponsoring What the Food. Now, let's jump immediately into the episode. Welcome to What the Food!
What the food?
What the food? What the food? What the food? What the food? You're allowed to do that, too. You can do that. Feel free to.
What?
The
Food.
There you go. The show where the Party Gamecast, featuring the Party Gamecast, talks to you about things we eat, because you don't listen for board game coverage. We know that. We're not stupid. I'm your moderator, Bruce. Joining me on the show today is, of course, the entirely normal Party Gamecast we always have, Rocky.
Hello.
On Board Games, the Donald Dennis.
Hello.
Professor Laserbooks.
Hello.
Pew, pew, pew. Wrestling expert Jared Hunnefeld.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And your other moderator on this show, but normally your moderator for everything else when things need to be moderated, Chris.
Hi.
Hey.
How you feeling?
I'm all right.
I'm feeling moderate myself.
It's good. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah.
You've built a brand on that. And
I built a brand on it.
I really do. I respect that a lot. I really, yeah.
Could you guys quit? You've got other people in the room here.
Yeah, no,
We're just enjoying
Break
the
eye
moment.
contact.
They're having a
Break
moment.
eye contact.
That's not moderate, Chris.
Yeah.
You
No.
need to stop.
Now I'm feeling steamy all of a sudden.
I understand. And we are, speaking of things that are steamy, sure, why not? So we have to begin with, we took a giant trip to the world's largest entertainment McDonald's, which is sure a thing.
Sure is.
Yeah, because as you know, because if you listen to this show, it means you already listened to Flip the Table, and one time you heard one of our pandering ads, and you guessed you'd listen to the Party Gamecast. Hey, thanks. So you know of our moderator Chris's love.
Hey, moderator Chris.
Hey, moderator Chris's
Right.
love of McDonald's.
Yes. McDonald's is kind of important to me. To me, it's a magical place.
Now I have to ask, why, man? What's with the McDonald's? Help me help you. What's with the McDonald's, man?
Well, I was born in 1980. And in the 1980s, it was okay for big corporations to advertise directly to children. So this was the heyday of the McDonaldland era. And the only fast food place we had in the little town I grew up in was McDonald's. And it was a special treat every time. And so I loved going to McDonald's as a kid. I was all about the toys every week and whatever. And then I grew up. I started working at McDonald's for 3-4 years, and the magic was gone for a while after that. I'm not going to lie. But in recent years, I kind of rediscovered it, especially after we played the McDonald's game on our program on Flip the Table, which is one of my all-time favorite episodes we've ever done. And that has caused me to just re-embrace McDonald's in such a way. I've gained a fair amount of weight since that episode released. And so McDonald's is a special thing to me.
So I think with that, I speak for most of the people that are fans of your show when I say I'm glad it wasn't Joe Camel that got a hold of you, because he was also talking to you directly like, hey, why don't you smoke this thing? And I'm glad you decided of all the potential icons that could have gotten a hold of you.
A lot of people in college tried to make that pitch too, weirdly.
I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm glad it didn't work. I'm glad it wasn't Billy D. Williams with Colt 45. It wasn't Joe Camel. I'm glad to see that these people missed you, and that what got you was the clown.
Right.
So
My only addiction is the 20-piece chicken McNugget.
Ah, the shame box.
Yeah, the taste of shame.
Yes.
Indeed. One serving in that box. One.
You say that you're going to share it, but they know better.
Yeah.
You just say that to make yourself feel better.
It's like those jumbo bags of M&Ms. They say sharing size, and it's not.
I know.
That's why you get a second one, so you can share that one.
Yeah, you share that one.
So we do that long lead in to tell you. So the world's largest entertainment McDonald's, beyond being a Chuck E. Cheese bolted to a McDonald's, beyond being a 2-floor McDonald's, beyond being a McDonald's that serves chocolate cake, is a McDonald's that serves some foods you're never going to find at any other McDonald's, potentially in the world, but certainly not in the United States. I don't think you're going to find this too many places.
It's definitely going to be rare, for sure. I don't feel like doing the research to confirm this.
Not at all.
But I bet it's 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 10,000 McDonald's you're going to get something like this.
Yeah, this has what's called a bistro menu. So what that means is, when we went earlier today, the Donald Dennis got a pizza at a McDonald's.
Yeah, it was tasty and delicious.
Yeah, and appeared to be, at least they went through the theater of making it look like a brick oven.
Yeah, it was probably one of those great big pizza ovens, but it was
Yeah.
a real pizza oven and not like, hey, we threw it in the microwave and put it under a red light for 15 seconds.
So that seemed very reasonable. And then they also serve pasta.
Yeah. So when I went up there, I wanted to get something normal, and by normal I mean some unholy
Concoction.
chicken burger
Yeah.
that I created. But then I also wanted to try something I wouldn't get anywhere else. So I'm looking through, and I said, "Oh wow, it's not just like regular elbow macaroni or linguine. Like they had tortellini." And I was like, all right, okay, that sounds good. Go to the next thing. And then I'm expecting, am I going to get a red sauce or am I going to get an Alfredo sauce? And then I was like, oh, man, you can get basil at a McDonald's?
Ooh, I can see, even in your eyes, I see your pinky go up. Oh, my, basil.
Basil pesto.
Oh, my God.
That's not as pinky.
Oh, goodness.
And not just basil, but pesto and basil. So I'm like, oh, and I was like, I'm ordering this, and I'm showing Bruce. Like, this has to be on this segment. And I remember him coming over to laugh at my sandwich, but then I was like, I said, oh, by the way, look at this. And I showed him the sheet of everything on here. He's like, you can order that? I was like, I sure did. He's like, all right, we need to get another one so we can do this.
So please let the listener know, what exactly are we looking at here?
So we are looking at multicolored tortellini, covered in a nice, air quote, nice pesto and basil sauce. We've got some chicken on there, like grilled chicken. Looks like we also have, there should be some either ham or bacon. I can't remember.
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon.
There's some Canadian bacon hidden in there
For some reason.
And then, you have to have your vegetables. So we obviously went with the very healthy onion and green pepper.
Now, I think Chris would argue you do not have to have your vegetables.
No, vegetables are always optional, 100% of the time.
Well, it's a good thing we have the tortellini because you can kind of scooch it to the side and not eat it. But randomly enough, and this wasn't on the order screen, they also give you like a little slice of like pita bread with cheese on it, I think.
My guess is, and once again, this is based on literally nothing. But they were like, hey, we have a pizza oven. I guess we should throw garlic bread in there, but we only have pizza shells. Cut one of those up and throw something on top of it. Yeah.
That's
It's
my
some
assumption.
kind of cheesy garlic flatbread or something.
Yeah.
It's a super weird thing to put in this dish, though, because it's a starch literally on top of a pile of starch. So,
It's a carbapalooza.
it's yo dog. I heard you like starch. So put some starch in your starch so you can get fat.
Whoa. Did you apprentice under Gordon Ramsay?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I
Then
am
you are
constantly-
allowed to judge on how people
I am
do starch on
constantly
starch.
choking back swear words at every moment. That's all. Actually, I didn't learn anything about cooking. I just learned a lot of swear words.
Dice Tower Network cares.
Yeah, absolutely, folks. Dice Tower Network cares.
Yes, I'm not actually going to swear. That was a joke.
So let's dig into this and just see what's going on here, guys. Like, and I would tell you, because I know you are consummate professionals, and that's not what we do here. Chewing noises are expected because anybody that has that thing where they hate chewing noises has long since stopped listening to us.
What about the people that like it? Like, was it ASMR?
I'm fine with it. I'll take all of them. Matter of fact, if you know any friends that have that, let them know we have a show and we'd like some more downloads.
There's whole videos about it. I can send you a link. It's weird.
It sounds really strange, and you know what else is really strange? This from a McDonald's.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You can taste
So Rock, what do you think of this? Because you're on the show.
I am, actually. Surprise! No. It's something. It's a lot of different flavors hitting my tongue independently of the other one.
Right. It's
You get the super starchiness of the tortellini, and then you get the super garlic basiliness of the pesto, and then I got punched with an onion, which, contrary to popular belief, is not very fun.
Or getting punched in the onions, also not very fun.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not unless they kiss you in the militia first.
I've heard stories.
So, the Donald Dennis. How do you feel about this?
I got a warning. Don't eat these big leaves they put in there. They're not supposed to be. I don't know what they were.
It's a giant piece of basil, dude.
Yeah, don't eat that.
Is it like a palm leaf because we're in Orlando? They just
Yeah.
put a little palm tree in there.
It's like the whole top of it because they're fancy.
They are. Did you guys get one in yours?
No, we didn't.
Oh, we got the better one then.
The other thing to know is we ordered these quite a few hours ago and have had to reheat them. We also ordered them at 2 different times because, I don't know that nobody's ordering 2 of this intentionally at one time.
It's not appalling.
I agree. Yeah.
It's kind of like if I bought a tortellini dish for airline food,
Okay.
this is what I'd say, yeah, okay, that's a thing.
So, Laserbooks, how do you feel about this?
About the same. I am on a furious quest to find the Canadian bacon that supposedly
I
in
just
this.
found a piece.
I cannot find any. However, I don't know. I mean, it's if like Olive Garden is really like bland Italian food, this is like maybe a half a step below that. It tastes like what it's supposed to taste like, but as John Oliver might put it, cursed by an evil wizard to be bland forever.
Somebody looks like they're enjoying it an awful lot over there.
No. I recognize. I've watched enough television shows to recognize this. Jared is doing the bite and look up into the left to figure out exactly what he's tasting. So at the end of looking up into the left, what have you ended up with here, man?
Technically, it was up and to the right. But so talking about the blandness, I am trying to bite into it, and it's very weird. So, when I expect to eat pesto and basil, I expect like a sharp, earthy. Is really the only way I can describe it, because of the pine nuts that are typically in it. I can't even taste that. I taste oil and basil.
There are no pine nuts in this.
Oh yeah, there's nothing
I
close.
defy you to find pine nuts in this.
Those are pricey.
Yeah. So it's just weird. It's very oily, but at the same time, it's not the worst thing I've ever had at McDonald's.
Oh, not at all.
But it's no shame box.
No, but I mean, if you've ever eaten a McRib, then you know. And I know everybody will say, I can feel the look. I can feel the look from Chris. You know what? No, the McRib is a thing that is much better in your mind. McRib is like some
That
first
can't be
kiss
possible.
that you remember as being amazing and was really just you accidentally banging your teeth into someone else, but you remember it as being amazing.
That was the best analogy I've ever heard for the McRib.
Yeah. No, and then it comes back and it like dares you. Oh, try eating me again. And you're like, this is not of this world.
Is that
There are chunks of garlic in here or something.
I'm sure there are.
yeah?
That's the best part of it.
I really like tortellini. I really like pesto. So I'm not like a snob about them, so I like this. I'm enjoying it. I'm eating more than I needed to, which is more than I can say about the past experiences I've had with this segment. Thanks, Jared.
It's no dang, that's for sure.
Yeah, dang, this is better than dang. I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time disliking tortellini and pesto, so this is good.
And then we were talking about on the way over here, Chris, is that this is not a dish you had necessarily had before.
Right. I've not had basil and pesto ever, like literally ever.
Yeah, you technically haven't now either, so don't worry about it.
Well, in nouveau cuisine, pesto means many different things.
I suppose that's true. So being a completely new taste to you, how do you feel about this?
Man, do I dislike this. I'm a person that loves McDonald's, loves the brand, would take a bullet for McDonald's. I never want to eat this again.
He looks like he feels kind of betrayed.
I do, a little bit. Now, I should qualify this. I kind of have a dead palate, to be sure. I drink lots of diet soda. I don't eat vegetables often unless my daughter is watching. And, you know, I don't know. Something about this dish makes me want to never eat or look at it again. Now, bear in mind, I did have an entire pizza and a waffle cone ice cream from the place less than 2 hours ago. So it might be my stomach telling me, stop eating things, you fool. But something about when I put this in my mouth did not want to have it anymore. And
Dice Tower Network cares, folks.
And no disrespect to the fine folks at McDonald's who probably followed the recipe to the letter. I think if you're somebody that enjoys this flavor, you'll probably be okay with it. But I would probably suggest if you want this dish, do not go to McDonald's for this dish. If you do want a nice cheeseburger or even a good brick oven pizza, because it was really good.
It really was far better than any right to be.
Right.
I do kind of wish that they could have put tortellini as one of the toppings on the pizza. That would have been okay.
That would have been cool.
Oh, that would have been insane.
Yeah, I'd have done that.
We did have a couple of Confederates over at the place trying to find a way to put McNuggets on things, like put McNuggets into the pasta or onto the pizza. They could not find a way to manage that without the manual method, which is cheating. So,
yeah, we were discussing that our dream was Alfredo sauce and McNuggets.
Yeah.
That was the dream pasta we wanted to construct. And you're right, we would have had to cheat and just make it here. And then that's not fun.
That's not what the food.
No, it certainly is not, sir. Because if nothing else, what the food stands for integrity.
Right, and Dice Tower Network cares about integrity of food.
They certainly do. And since we have a brand to protect, let's be honest, there's no earth where you're ever taking this to a party.
But in the world where it might happen, I guess.
In the world where you might have a party.
In the world where you happen to be driving by and you go, oh, snap, I forgot to grab something for a party. There's the biggest McDonald's there. I have exactly 15 minutes to wait in line and make my order. But that's too much time to go to the grocery store. So, I guess in that world, that might be the only...
So in this edge case...
You live in a really weird, specific world.
And here's the in the edge case, where you show up there and you decide a pizza party is not a good idea, because you could have also done that.
Hey, kids, you ready for the birthday party? Yay! All right, let's get out the tortellini!
If you're a teenager and this is your first date, you could do worse.
Yeah. If you... I mean... as for the quality of this food, if this is like tortellini made by someone who's literally never cooked before, but they succeeded. They rolled successes on all their checks, so they didn't fail, but the skill level isn't very high.
It's easily as good as their hamburgers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. That's all we have to say.
I was just thinking in my head going back to, you could do worse for a first date. That's the other option I could think of, is if you don't know how to cook and you're like, you don't live near any Italian restaurants, you can say, okay, I need to fake out my date by showing that I can actually cook this. I need to run to that McDonald's and place 2 orders real quick and run back.
So in your date faking world, Rock, you taking this to a party?
I wouldn't even take this to a tortellini only party.
Ooh.
Wow. I know. It's kind of like a frozen dinner if your microwave is broken and you were desperate for just microwave dinner. I guess.
Hey, I'd like to pay $8 for a microwave dinner today.
You paid $8 for this.
I don't know how much it was. It was some.
Oh,
It was
no.
it was like $8 or $9.
Oh, that's a price.
There's two of them sitting in front of us. There are $17 worth of bad tortellini. sitting
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
That is incredibly unreasonable. So, Donald, okay, so we've decided oh my God, I've got a party to go to, but it's not a pizza party. I think I need to get noodle. You taking this to a party?
Get a box of toothpicks, and yes, serve these things up at a party.
Nice. Are you frying them before that? Are you taking them from the McDonald's and then adding more cooking onto them, or are you just breaking them up as is?
Just as is.
Just as is, sending them out
Just
there.
sending them out.
Oh, you're a bold man.
And then I leave
like
the
that.
party.
I like that. The Donald Dennis is definitely showing up to the party with tortellini. Laserbooks, pew pew pew.
I would bring this to a party full of people I either didn't know well or didn't like. Distant relatives I've never met, friends of friends of friends that I don't know, or people I don't like. Yeah, I wouldn't subject actual friends to this. So,
Fair
thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
Okay, Jared, so the Superman punch is flowing. The broccoli Lesnar has all been eaten. Are you taking this to a party?
Oh, of course I am. I am taking this to a wrestling party held at a wrestling event as long as the main event is a fans bring the weapons match. Because I'm handing this off so they can use this dish as a weapon.
You can almost picture like a young Balls Mahoney grabbing it and just slamming somebody in the face with it.
Yeah, it would be that's the only so that'd be the only glorious way that this would go out.
I can see that, and then I feel like I know the answer, but gosh darn it. The thing we have to do. Blah, 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 party, blah, 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 noodles, blah, 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 McDonald's. Taking this to a party, Chris?
No! I'm not taking this to a party. If this is the kind of party where you have to bring McDonald's noodles, I'm washing my hair. All right? I'm sick that day. There are so many wonderful things that you can get at McDonald's. When I worked at McDonald's, I would sometimes eat the old dry food so we wouldn't have to write it down on the waste sheet, and I would bring that to a party before I'd bring this to a party, because at least that's cheaper. So if I'm on a budget, I can try to manage it.
Wow, I like how you found a new low that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know there was a place down there where you're like, the old McDonald's, wow! Like, I also would not take it to a party, but I feel like I at least have to raise it beyond that.
It's, well, I mean, anything I bring to a party, I expect that I'm going to have to eat some of it. In fact, sometimes I have to eat all of it and do. And I don't want to have to be in a situation where somebody is like, hey, you look hungry. You should eat more of that. No, I'm not hungry. No, really. It's okay. There's plenty of left. No, I'm okay. No, I gotta go run away.
I think I'm going to jump in with, it's better than I expected to be being tortellini out of a McDonald's. Yeah, I think that's fair. No, you don't think it's. I can see that look on your face, Rocky. You don't think it's fair. I do, so I'm going to stop looking at you. But I still would not take it to a party. I don't think if the plan is to go to the world's largest entertainment McDonald's, and you're looking at the bistro menu, get one of the pizzas.
Get one of the pizzas.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was fantastic for the price, speed, and money.
Yes, and the novelty.
Absolutely.
Like it's often one of those, if you go somewhere that has like a 45-pound hamburger, and it's not awful, you're like, you know what? For as novel as a 45-pound hamburgers, you didn't really have to make food, and you did. And I would say that's how I feel about the pizza there. That you're a McDonald's making pizza. You could have totally phoned that in, and no one would have had a word to say about it. Mm-hmm. And they really did make an attempt at it. Not so much, unfortunately, with whatever we have going on here.
Right.
Know? So, thank you so much for listening to What the Food? What the Food? I've been your moderator, Bruce. Joining me on the show is Rocky.
The air tastes of garlic.
Donald.
Nom, nom, nom.
Laserbooks. Pew, 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 pew. Jared.
Pesto Mania's running wild.
Yeah, brother. And our moderator, Chris.
No.
And thank you so much for listening.